my god. It's such a stressful time to own a toy store right now. I think I need to open some toys. Alright, how's everybody doing? Well, we know the world's a bit crazy right now, and, well, thankfully for me, how I interact with my hobby, it soothes me out, I guess, and it's a bit stress relief. Right now, obviously, it's just a very stressful situation for the world, and, that's why you have a hobby, so you can take your mind off things. And for me, I just finally submitted my taxes for the year, so at least, that major problem with the government is done, and, whatever the politics side, let's just keep that here. Just a random video. I just am gonna open the toys that I've collected. So this is how I interact with my hobby, where I just open up my toys, all Godzilla themed. So for today unboxings, I guess I'm just gonna open a bunch of them really quick, but they're all Godzilla related, so no surprise because that's what I collect. I collect a bunch of Godzilla. So if you're a Godzilla lover, you're gonna love this video. Otherwise, everybody else, you can relax. I will talk about some industry news and opportunities, and it's a calming video. This is not a rush. So if you're cooking something or listening to like a podcast, that's what this is all for. Just enjoy. You can spend some time with me. If you don't know me, I'm Amir. I'm the owner of ToySnowman.com, and it's been a stressful few quarters, month, year, half year. I don't know. Time doesn't matter anymore. So let's begin, I guess. So I decided to I like to open up all my toys at the end of the year or beginning of the year. I mean, this is the only time I've had, so I should open up half of these in December, but I decided to open it now because in December we had the whole mechanical strike thing. And then I couldn't do it in January, February because there was a GST tax government thing that they were doing tax-free crap with the government, and then that just took away my time. And then after that, I had to file for the taxes. And right now there's just a lot of tariffs and crap, and it's too difficult to truly understand it all, and I'm tired of being on Twitter. So I decided I want to open up some toys and enjoy myself and smell some plastic, because I love smelling plastic. Alright, so I'm going to open up a Godzilla first because that's going to be my scale for everything. I'll shut up now. Oh, I won't shut up. I'm going to keep on talking because this is me therapy. So this is like the new Godzilla. It's the Godzilla. So Hiya makes the Exquisite Basic series, which is weird because Exquisite Basic. But this is like their Exquisite Basic Plus. So what the plus means, I have no idea. All I know is financially it means like it's $10 to $20 more. But bigger box too, which is annoying to ship. But cool picture. Ooh, Godzilla with accessories. Two fists, sorry, thumbs. I don't know. I don't know if Godzilla has thumbs. Alright, I can tell the plus in this is definitely that toxic plastic smell straight from the factory. It's really, this one definitely has a plus, Godzilla plus toxicity to it. Alright, I mean, it's Godzilla. I think it's as big as my other Godzillas. Paint wise, I don't know, I think this dry brush, slightly better maybe. Feels solid as usual, that's Hiya. Articulation, I don't know. I guess there's slightly more articulation, like he has, Godzilla biceps kind of thing, but Godzilla's not really going to the gym anyway, so he's kind of chunky boy. Alright, love it. Let's begin. Alright. So this is Jet Jaguar. So for those who don't know who Jet Jaguar is, he is one of Godzilla's allies, and the best I can describe him is he's kind of like a robot, and he can grow up in size, and it's like kind of like the whole Power Ranger thing, except he can't talk. He makes sound like a piano. That's how he communicates. You play piano chords. That's how he communicates. He just sounds like a piano. It's a strange character, but it's a talking piano / robot. So it's not to like, right? Yeah, they were. It was like Godzilla was into like a wrestling thing, so they did like a 2 vs 2, where it was Godzilla and Jet Jaguar, which is Piano Man, against Gigan, which is chicken chainsaw bird, and a giant beetle. See, so it comes in with like a smaller version of him. You can't really see because that's how small it is. But that's him. He shrinks and grows. I don't know why he just grows super tall and beat the crap out of everybody, but it's got so many tiny thingies. But yeah, this definitely does not smell plus plastic, but we'll get there. All right, Jaguar. Now I know This is Hiya. This is so Hiya, Bandai. But for me, they're similar enough that I don't really care about the scale that much because they're almost to scale to each other. Okay. I forgot that Jaguar also has these weird antenna thingies, I guess, to, you know, put music on Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's a Jaguar. It's actually really mobile, actually, so that's kind of cool. You know what? I'm a child, so look at that. He's actually taller than Godzilla? That's not supposed to, wow. And Hiya's supposed to be bigger too, but whatever, I mean, there. So I have my Jaguar, you know. I hate when they give me so many bits. I know it's weird to hate it, but I'm gonna lose them all. I'm not I don't even know if this is even part of it, the toy. This looks like just a sprue. Alright. So, Jaguar parts that I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna put them in a box here. Very safe, I'll remember not to lose it. It's been a really good year for Godzilla collectors in general. Because, like, you know, first of all, there was, like, the last few years have been really exponential as Godzilla collector. Because before it was, like, just Neca and Bandai, but they were both, like, not, I guess, pushing each other. And, like, Neca was just re-releasing Godzillas. And, you know, it's kind of like, you wouldn't have so many different non-Godzilla characters in the Neca line. And all of a sudden now we have, you know, I can literally do an unboxing of, you know, 10 Godzilla toys and they're all not. None of them are Godzilla. Well, one of them because of the scale, but plus. And there's been like a lot of new technologies that have been opening up. Like now, I can't wait for like, you know, Marvel and the other companies to start doing this, where they make the wings and they're like bendable wings. So like that's something that's not right now in the other toy lines, but this is the Godzilla toy line, which is, you know, kind of cool. Like this wing is bendable. I hope. I just broke it. No. Okay. Maybe not this wing, but the Rodan's wing. Alright, yeah. Should have told me that, guys. Why you let me bend this thing that can't bend? But look at these wings. These wings are cool. So I guess like they're made of the same things that capes are made of right now with the Hasbro, where it's like semi-hard plastic. But I'll show you the plastic wings that are mobile. They're like, you'll see it, alright? Mothra, you know, Mothra. It's a big moth. Doesn't make go but cool. Also doesn't have the plus smell, just FYI. Well, I'm gonna smell a lot of plastic today. It's gonna be a good night. Look at this, all these kits. I actually like this, that they give so many accessories. Well, I mean, I guess a flight stand is not really an accessory one for a flying character, right? Like, it should just be, it should just, all flying characters should just have a flight stand, right? I guess that's fair, right? But this is a weird stand. This stand can connect to another stand. They got the stand connector. Oh, the Japanese. What will they not think of next? Sorry. What will they think of next? Yeah. Oops. Now I just need another creature with flight, which I do have coming up. Ooh. More plastic bits that are very important, and I should not lose them. Alright. Scaling to Godzilla, obviously. Almost as long as the Plus Godzilla. So, I mean, right now with the... Oh, did I break it already? No, I didn't. Ooh. You know, with this whole, like, tariff thing, it's obviously scary for toy collectors and businesses, like, because this affects us so much. And, well, I don't know where we're going with this thing, because, like, oh wow, this stand is a bit difficult for me. I also, like, maybe not used to putting moths on a Bandai model kit, because there's no real leg to grip. So, anyway, what I was saying is, with the way things are, it's so difficult to, like, understand, like, where, because we place pre-orders 6 months to a year in advance for some of these toy lines, and because of that, you know, we're committing ourselves to orders that we're hoping, well, we're hoping that, you know, we want to sell them eventually, and the distributor should keep the price the same. But the truth is, distributors are not keeping the price the same for some of these items, especially well, I mean, you know, it's, I guess, unexpected, right? So these businesses and these distributors are like, you know, we're gonna pass the price on to you because the price is higher for them, and there's nothing really they can do with it. And they, you know, got the numbers which they thought we were gonna order because of it. No, I'm not saying like for us, because we're in Canada, so our prices should stay the same, hopefully, right? why I said it, because we're in Canada, here in Canada, we import from China also direct for almost all of this, so the prices shouldn't change. But at the same time, like, I like to restock from the U.S. because there's a lot of American distributors, so I like to buy from the U.S. So now their prices are being in fluctuation, and you can see it with all like a lot of toy stores where all our pre-orders are not syncing up. And for once, even I think like I don't understand, because like the Canadian dollar is really weak right now, and so with that compounded with American prices going up, it's like it's becoming really expensive for us to go buy some of these toys. But at the same time, it's cheap for us to buy direct from China. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like we have an advantage now here, and there's an opportunity. While some distributors who are in the U.S., they made commitments to buy some of this product. So I've already talked with 2 companies, and what happens is because they pre-ordered a bunch of these toys, months and years in advance, they kind of, are committed to getting it, but they can't import it directly now. So they asked me, hey, we're not going to take our location. Do you want it? And so I'm thinking like, maybe it's an opportunity for our company to just like, get some toys directly from China. And because right now, if we import it from the U.S., well, the U.S. is going to get paid a tariff, and then they're going to bring it to here in Canada. And who knows if I'm going to pay a tariff 6 months from now between the U.S. and Canada. But right now, there's no tariff between Canada and China, so the distributor's like, hey, you can just import it directly from China, and you won't pay the tariff. And, they're giving me their allocation, so I'm like, maybe there's an opportunity here where I can try and get products cheaper, because I'm importing it from China directly, and hopefully it'll all work out. But, I was running the numbers, and it's, I was just like, I can't think about this right now, or it's a lot of money to be throwing up there. These are bendy wings, by the way, that I was talking about. Alright, so I can't wait for this to like show up in Marvel Legends, where they have, like, look at that, it's bendy wings, it's bendy plastic. And I think Rodan goes okay? Or at least my Rodan goes Yours can go It's got that smoky barbecue plastic to it. Yeah, this is Rodan, and it has the bendy wings. So I don't know, I think there is like mesh wire inside the whole wing. That's why it's able to like, because it's like a living, like a cape, but it's living, so it should be able to move itself more. What am I saying, right? And so, I just realized this is not Bandai, this is Hiya. So like the connecting bases with Mothra. Oh, I can connect the Mothra and the Rodan bases together. I'm gonna do that right now. This is gonna be. Sorry, thought I broke it. I don't know why I keep thinking I'm breaking it. I'm like a ogre. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a bit definitely taller. But... Oh yeah, it's time for fight. It's fight night. All right. Look. All right. Well, you were never gonna send it. Can I get them to connect? All right. We have dual bases, baby. We're dual wielding bases. We're dual wielding bases. No, I have to get this done. Yes. Alright, that's one connect. Like, only figure out. It's clear, alright? It's not as easy for me. maybe for other people. I'm slow. I have bad eyesight. Oh, my glasses. I'm not strong. Help! I'm scared. Am I gonna break it? I'm gonna break it. Come on, I need to have my 2 bases together. There we go. Alright. Jeez. Alright. Yeah. Now. We cooking, boys. I can have my flyers interact with each other. And then never in the air. It's what makes you happy that matters, boys. It makes you happy. Who cares? I mean, like, at the end... And this is why we have a hobbies, right? It lets us forget about the whole world. And right now, I'm in disguise fighting a giant flying turkey with my moth. Oh yeah, you son of a bitch. You've done it. You made me do it too. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. I don't have many flying creatures, alright? Godzilla doesn't fly. He's thick and fat. So forgive me if it's taking me a while to figure this out. Alright, look at that. They're flying, they're attacking each other. That's actually That's very satisfying. All right, let's go with the good old turkey praying mantis. So this is a whole hodgepodge situation that we're having in, where I feel like, people are saying, you should, it's an opportunity to get some exclusives. Like, sorry, yeah. So some of them might be exclusive. Here's the trick, right? A lot of these big companies that order large amounts of toys, we tell the manufacturer that they're going to get this many, and then all of a sudden, the situation has changed, and they're backing off from their distributor, selling, hey, listen, buddy, I told you I was going to spend this much money, and I committed to this number, but at the time you were selling the toys for 40% less or 30% less because of the there was no tariffs, and now there is tariffs, meaning the toy is going to cost 30-40% more, and so they're not interested anymore in carrying that much of the product. But manufacturers have already committed to numbers from the distributors and manufacturers, so people kind of like, there's a bit of commitment there. But if you're a big enough company like Walmart or Target or Amazon, you can say no, and well, Hasbro or Bandai, whatever, they can't really. What are they gonna do, right? How are you gonna pressure Amazon, Walmart, and Amazon? So I think there's gonna be a lot of stores out there that this whole this store exclusive might end up going in other places. Kind of like how we are getting a lot of Target exclusives because Toys R Us is not taking up a lot of inventory anymore, and so because Toys R Us is not taking the inventory, the fan channel here in Canada, we're getting all these crazy Target exclusives, and they've been selling really well. So I think this trend might get bigger even in 2025, where if big stores who order huge amounts of products are not. Now, my other fear, obviously, so it's not, this is more of a fear. My fear is that with so much product costing so much, and retailers and distributors not taking the products, there might be a glut now where it's like, okay, because they're not importing it, so then there's going to be a bunch of it available in China, and that might not be a good thing, because if they decide like, okay, we're just going to sell that 50% off, then it would be like, oh, I kind of like was a sucker who bought it at full price and brought it from China, and now they're selling it at 50% off in China, and I paid full price to bring it. So, oh, this is such a sweet looking figure. I don't know, maybe it's because I like chicken and praying mantis, so this is a chicken praying mantis. Is kind of cool, but this is Gigan. Look how cool. Okay, and if you're not a Godzilla fan, you can appreciate, it's like he's got the whole Cyclops eye, he's got like banana hands, but they're like scythes. He's got a chainsaw on his belly. Come on, what's not to love with this guy? He's gold. He's like gold. Oh yeah, and he's also a villain, so he's just all the right check marks. And we all know I appreciate a good villain, because I see myself sometimes as a villain, terrifying villain. All right, if I had to grade A of this, the base of the making flying connectors, 10 out of 10. Chicken praying mantis, 10 out of 10. Godzilla Plus smells like 10, feels like a 8 or 9. Jaguar, I don't know, it's a piano. I don't know anything about music. Muto, another. Look at this. All these non-Godzilla toys. The industry is evolving. It's a great time to be a Godzilla. We had 2 movies like in the same year. Like, never happened. Not since like 1950s. Can't get the plastic. It's sealed in here. It's a bit rusted. This one, the Mutos have a rusted plastic smell. I don't know. Yeah, look at that. It's the Dr. Octopus of the Godzilla universe. Multiple hands. And it's really sticky. And not sticky like, ick sticky, like can't separate my hands. It's sticky like sticks. You know what? It's like, nobody's been watching this video. This is like 30 minutes into the video. I don't know how long I've been here, so I'm just gonna talk. I'm probably just talking to myself, which I don't mind. There's no need to hashtag the end this far, because I understand, alright? Yeah, because you might not be a Godzilla collector. You might just have thought, like, I was gonna say something crazy, like, I like peanut butter. No, I'm not gonna say that. I don't like peanut butter. So, but in this time, I'm just here to relax and, if you enjoy this, then that's great. I hope you're a Godzilla lover and you find the bases that connect to each other so you can make a sky battle, and in your head you're just grrr, and chickens. And the only chicken in here doesn't fly, so it's accurate, alright? Look at that. Man, this guy, I didn't realize he's got a big fat belly. Oh, I can't show your belly. Alright, there we go. Look at that. He's got a big... he's got a huge... Wait, is this the female Muto? And the male one's the one that fly? I don't know. Somebody will know. I won't know. I think it's that way. So, Muto, which I don't know what it means, but it definitely feels sticky. Like you have like 4 sticks as for hands. And his legs are also sticky. So it's like 5, 6... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4... It's an arachnid! It's not even a insect. It's a spider. Because it's got 8. I was right, Dr. Octopus. He is the Dr. Octopus of the Monsterverse. All right, solved. You know what? This toy is really hard to get. Mainly because we didn't order enough. So I think a lot of retailers didn't order a lot of this guy because he gets his head chopped off and Godzilla breathes fire into it, right? So, but now people are like, you know what? I need more enemies for Godzilla to destroy in your display. So in my display, I need to have this guy, Mr. Stick Fingers here. And you know what? He's not the best toy. He's not. The Doc Ock of the multiverse of the Monsterverse is not as good as the Hello Peter of the Marvel universe. But that's okay, because this one's like 1,000 meters tall, so it's cooler. Yes. Okay, his mouth doesn't open. I don't understand. How can I rip off your mouth and breathe fire into it like in the movies if your head doesn't come off? Oh, what the fuck? It's got this like weird thing here, and it pops off, and I thought, oh, I really fucked it. But I don't think is it supposed to do that? Like that's a very useless like gimmick if that's what it is, because it's like okay, you get 10 degrees of articulation when you do that, and whatever. Okay, Space Godzilla. This used to be like a holy grail. So there were like so many reprints in the last few years for everything, including Godzilla. Like we all had these crazy Spider-Mans and Wolverines and 97. Like there was really a lot of great hits in the last few years because 2022 to 2023 was like the silent recession, I guess, where everything, inflation was going up and people weren't making as much money. But so the companies, they produced like all of their Golden Goose and stuff, and one of them was this Godzilla, Space Godzilla, which is awesome. I just know it's Space Godzilla. It smells like plastic made in space. This is one of my favorite figures that I wanted to get. So it is a holy grail even for me. And this thing was like $700 before the reissue, and I'm just like, oh man, how am I gonna get it? And now it's like it came out like I don't know, a few months, like last year, and I waited like 2 months. I'm like, no, I need to... Space Godzilla. Oh, the plastic smell is going to my brain. Such a good. Please be in one piece. So the thing is, it was out for like 2 months, and then it sold out at all my distributors. I'm like, crap. Now I really need to like restock as much as I can, but then at the same time I need to decide, because the other one had the green pylons here, green crystals, which was really cool, and this one had the pink one, which are alright, but I don't know, I was like, do I want the green one or the pink one? But it's such a good looking figure, and it is Godzilla. It's fat, Space Godzilla. It's got these like super triceps, biceps. And I was just worried. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. So like, yeah, here's the thing. Like, sometimes there's opportunities out there, and they're short-lived. And so in this case, it was like, for me, it was like, now's my chance to get this thing. So I just like, 2 months in selling out to distributors, I need to place an order for, my order for this. And yeah, I placed my order, and they came in. I didn't get many extras because I waited a bit too long with the distributors, and so they didn't allow me to take as many as I wanted. But you know, if I waited, I swear, if I waited maybe like a week more, they would have given me 0 because they would have been completely sold out, and I would have regretted not getting the reissue. And you know, I knew I was gonna get the reissue at some point. I don't know. I was like thinking like, how many people want this version over the you know, the green version? And I don't know. For some reason, I was stalled because 2022 and 2023 were tough years for a toy business. I mean, maybe not as crazy as it is right now, where at least there was just inflation and pricing and overstock, and it was like if you played your business cards right, yeah, you felt like okay. You know, if you were conservative, you know, had low debt, you were okay in your business, and you know that was like so. Like we were perfectly fine in 2022 and 2023. That's why I didn't like want to buy a bunch of Space Godzillas, because I was like, you know, I'm a conservative in my business, and now we're in a situation where it's, even if you're conservative with your business and you know you try to keep inventory low, it's like you see these huge swings. Broken crystals. Well, they're not broken. They're the show in the movie they got broken. So accessories. My accessory box. So, but now it's like, you know, you can be, you know, a very well-run business, and you know these laws the governments are making and changing, it just throws everything out the window, and you're just like, okay, it's a headache to try and figure out the puzzle, right? So, you know, that's just what it is right now. And I feel like, you know, the stock market went down like a bunch of money, but you know, I think the average person, you know, like whatever, we have our portfolios, but oh my god, the tragedies! This is how this year is so tough. The queen has fallen. And yeah, these random tragedies happen, and you gotta like adjust to it. It's difficult. You know, it's unexpected. You know, Mothra did not know like that Shimu would have just fallen on her like that. Like who would have thought it? You know, Mothra was there handling Rodan. Rodan's already twice as big as Mothra. Not expecting a Shimu who doesn't even fly to jump out of the air from a Mugira, right? It's unpredictableness. And, you know, with the unpredictableness, generally, I think a lot of businesses will go conservative and, like, you know, not spend as much money just trying to see what the rules and regulations are. But I also think that's also where a lot of opportunities are. So, I mean, in our store, we are buying those exclusives, and we're trying to get them anyway. And, you know, we'll, you know, make the deals because, well, for us in general, because we've been so conservative throughout the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, that, you know, we just always try to keep inventory pretty precise. You know, we grow it slowly, and now it's like, okay, there's a lot of inventory, and that looks like good inventory. I want to try and get it. Oh, look at the size of this baby. She be a thick girl, this Shimu. I sent a bit of a, you know, exquisite plus plastic in this. Yeah, it has a bit of exquisite plus plastics. You get the accessory of Kong's head served to you. This is huge. Can it do this? Like, oh, it can. Shimu goes to the gym. Can it stand? It can stand, right? I mean, I guess you're not meant to stand this way too much for too long, but oh, look at that! And it's got like a little propeller. I never even noticed in the movie where it had like a rudder. I don't know. It's a rudder thingy. All right, that's cool. Shimu's not bad. You know what? The pictures do not do it justice. It looks better than the pictures. All right, Shimu, underappreciated, is actually kind of cool. You know, granted, a monkey like controlled you for so long, and now another monkey is like your friend. But I don't know where I'm going with this. I just I don't know. Shimu was like this giant ancient creature, and it's like okay, no, this is cool. This is cool. I mean, it definitely doesn't match the coloring of everybody, but cool. Okay, Mogi, I'll be honest. Don't tell anybody, but I didn't watch this movie, so I have no idea I know Megira's like one of the good guys, but it's Godzilla, so I had to buy it. All right, like this is all you toy collectors are the same. We don't read every comic book. We don't like every X-Men, but we're gonna complete the team. Okay, so don't tell me everybody wanted Professor X Savage Lands because they love the Savage Lands comic. All right, I never heard of Savage Lands comics until I saw Professor X standing in his like blister. All right, so this is a lot of accessories. You know what? That's how many accessories this thing has. It has instructions. Everything else did not have instructions because it's like you know what to do with Kong's head or Godzilla's 2 thumbs. This has 1 page. Oh my god! It transforms, and it comes with a flight stand. Will it match with it? It will not attach with the Hiya. Bandai. You guys are cool sometimes, but are you joining stands cool? Oh my god! It might be. No, it's one. Look at these rockets. It smells like. Smells like batteries. That's metal. Or I don't know. What do people call that thing that's like half metal? That's not metal, but it's like die cast. I don't know. Is that it? Yeah. Look at that. You think he didn't have thigh moves? You thought you had big thighs. Welcome to. Is that? I thought it would roll up like it's rolling here like rollerblades. No. Yeah, its legs are metal. I don't like. If I had like a magnet, I'd just put them upside down or something. No, I'm just really shocked that the toy is metal because I don't know. I thought metal was illegal in toys. So, oh man, this guy's a lot more articulate. Why? Put Godzilla to shame, huh? This thing has like actual articulation, like like it's a robot. Sorry, you're here for serious information. Is there like some? If they made the base metal or like magnetized, and then you can Bandai, Hasbro, that one's free for you guys. Make metal bases, metal feet, or magnetized bases, and then you can put like your toys, and people like can stick Spider-Man on the wall or something like that. All right, I guess Megira just stays chilling in his like I don't know, missile. I don't even know where to put these all. He's got so many missiles. You know what? Maybe I need that instruction. Oh, he fires missiles from his hands. His hands open up. No. His hands open up, guys. Look at. All right. So he's got hands, and they open up, and then I guess you can put missiles on them. Very cool. Very cool. And look at that. Oh man, look at this technology, guys. I don't know why he does that. Probably when he transforms, but I am not gonna attempt to transform because I can't even transform a Transformer properly. Okay, don't tell the Transformer people at Cybertron. They make fun of me at the forums all the time. Very hurtful. You know, it was only sure it's clamshell TV to transform. No, it's not. It's not. I'm old. I didn't even know his hands were supposed to open up. Don't tell me. Optimus Prime is just a robot in my shelf. He doesn't have a car form, truck form. He's all monkey. Unless like a customer. Sometimes a customer comes into the store, and I know he's a Transformer fan. I'll ask him, hey, can you, transform it to the truck form or jet form so that I can put it on my display? And they do it, and then they do it in like in 10 seconds, and then they look at me. They're like, it's okay, child. And I think it's okay. What is it? They give us any baggies? Like a bib? I don't know. Why do I have baggies? Why is there so many bags here? What is this for? What's the baggies for? Anyway. And then sometimes I get like some of the people who make like a lot of posing and like video arts, they're really good at it. And so I asked them, like, sometimes they pose some of the Godzilla. Thank God I got Godzilla because he only has like fire breath pose or walking standing pose, right? Standing menacingly, right? That's the only 2 poses Godzilla really has. So thankfully it's okay for my collection. This guy has 2 flight stands. I didn't even know what to do with one. Now I have 2. All right, let's take off these weapons. Boop, boop, boop. These are all extra bits. Excellent. All these accessories, I will not lose them. These ones are really cool. Missiles. I think like putting extra accessories like missiles and stuff really adds to the je ne sais quoi, you know? Alright, big one here. Also, a reissue that was from a few years back. And, you know, obviously it's like, even, like, as a reissue, it's like $300 or something. So, you can imagine how expensive it was before the reissue. Look at this giant beast. I don't know if I have it in me. God damn. Oh, it's the box of soap. He has stands too. I don't know how to use the stands. Why does he have so many stands? Okay, damaged wings. I like that. There's damaged wings and undamaged wings. Kind of cool. Godzilla was a bad guy in this one. So the good guys revived the other bad guys, but make it mechanized, and they made him fight Godzilla because they went back in time, and then going back in time made Godzilla bad. And so they had to get bad guy to fight off the bad version of Godzilla now. Didn't work out. As you can see by the damaged wings. Look at this giant mother. What the hell? I was gonna say he was missing his rudder. But they're right here. Both rudders got mechanized. That's weird. Okay, I will accept this. Oh yeah. More metal? More illegal metal? And I just there must have been an extra amount of metal in Japan for that year because they're just putting metal on all the toys. I can do this. I will not be defeated by a simple metal. Power! Okay. No, didn't go. Hey, Shimu and, you know, I can't wait to see the Shimu versus Ghidorah beatdown. Alright, we're gonna have to edit the video because, okay, that was a tough one. It's so tough. I might have broken it, but I'm gonna super glue it, so it'll be fine. Alright. Not alright. Not alright. God damn it. Okay. He's a big boy. He should be able to stand and put his own metal, his own pegs. 2 points of articulation. His wings go 10 degrees backwards. Okay, some more than 10 degrees. I'm just a coward. I'm scared to break anything more. His chest is metal. Toys are metal. I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably good. Probably very good, right? It's harder to break metal than it is to break plastic, right? So, that was enjoyable for me. Except King Ghidorah. Always a trouble. Never trust the villain here. Villain, mechanized or not. Better the evil Godzilla than the good. I don't know. What? This is all garbage time, by the way. If you guys all don't realize this video, garbage time. And for those who don't know garbage time, so garbage time is so when you're people who are creating video games and like entertainment games, there is like, you know, when you're playing a video game, you have your character have to move to this long location or, you know, whatever. They have to do these, like, you know, it's just like I have to walk towards this door, and, you know, it's called, and it's not really fun. It's walking across the thing, and so they call it garbage time. And so whereas like nothing is meant to be done, but it's just the journey that you have to do. And that's what this video is. It's just the journey we have to do, you know. So otherwise, I guess, you know, for those who are still watching, for good God, for the Godzilla fans who are still watching this, or, you know, everybody, for us, so what we've done also, we started some initiatives here at Toy Snowman. So we actually started, we have a vault where we put some toys in. I don't know, it's them. We store some of older toys, and so we started putting them up on our website to sell, because yeah, that's just what we decided to do. You know, we open the vault a little bit every once in a while, and so like you'll notice in our website, like if you go to in stock stuff, you see some really old toys that are like 10, 20 years old, or you know, some of them are more recent, but they are all like, I don't know, Venom Pool, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, some Godzilla, just random stuff that we've had in our storages, and we started a lot of Transformers that we had for a while, and we're like, you know what, let's just release it to the public, some of them, just a small amount, because I'm a giant dragon. I like to hoard my stuff, and so, you know, everything I buy, I usually put, like, you know, a small fraction of it set aside, you know, like Venom Pool, like, okay, we got some, all right, let's put it in, and then, you know, some of these distributors are going to be offering some stuff, so I'm hoping, hopefully, this year might be a crazy year for collectors who want to buy, because they're going to be able to get what they want, because I think a lot of stores are not going to be getting, like, I think a lot of the big stores are going to be conservative and terrified, and which will allow a lot of smaller stores just to be able to get inventory that they usually would have no access to. But because of the way the situation is, we're going to have access to them, which I think is great for, like, a small business. And oh, it's just like, it's just very stressful because, you know, you get these opportunities at the same time, every gut instinct in you wants to run away. And says, you know what, no, I don't want to spend any money on any of this stuff because who knows, like, you know, Kit Kats can charge $500 next year, so who knows? But it's like, well, if you like Kit Kats, then and they're gonna be $500, you should probably buy 1,000 Kit Kats right now because they're gonna be $1,000 in the future. So I don't know, maybe there's gonna be like a mad rush for some of these toys because like before the price increase, you know, gets implemented, or some stores are able to get products for cheaper than other stores, and people have no idea where to go. So, you know, I think there's like a lot of chaos happening right now, and during the chaos, there's like a lot, you know, there's a opportunity, I feel. And so this year, I'm gonna be, you know, trying to take some opportunities and some risks, I guess, and see, because I think that it'll pay off. And thankfully, you know, the business has been run so well, and like I've been blessed with all, you know, all my customers, and you know, everybody who's like watched this video, you know, maybe if you haven't realized, I'm not just like some crazy person in the basement with the toys. I actually own a toy store, so you know, everything's been really blessed these last few years, and I mean that's why I've been able to hoard some stuff. And yeah, so whew, hopefully everything goes well. Otherwise, I really think that people need to be healthy with their hobbies, where I see a lot of people complain about certain things, and some people are like the people who I see who come in are generally just super happy with their hobby. And I'm like, you know, every customer who comes into the store is really happy, and they want certain thing and they get it, and they just like, you know, they're like me, they just smell the plastic, they lick it and they touch it and smell it. And okay, maybe they don't all smell it like me, but you know, I think that's a healthy way, because I look on Facebook and I feel people are acting completely different, where they are like obsessed with politics and, you know, complaining about things, and I'm just like, you know, you're into a hobby, you should enjoy the hobby, and you shouldn't like try to find nitpicks on certain things. And you know, it's like at the end of the day, you know, you buy it, it makes you happy because you open it, you smell it, and you know, you do funny poses, and you know, it's like it brings out that joy for you. And I think, you know, some of you gotta realize, like, you know, relax. You know, it's, you gotta be healthy with your hobby, and you know, if it makes you happy, you know, enjoy it. Just like, especially now when things are stressful outside of your hobby is your safe place, and hopefully it brings joy to you. Otherwise, you know, everybody, stay positive.